Welcome to After Effects Lesson 5, which is animating a multimedia presentation. In this lesson, we're going to animate a hot air balloon floating through the sky. All seems peaceful until a gust of wind blows the balloon's colorful canvas off to cover the clouds. So you need to make sure that you have these following files downloaded. Let me show them to you. Balloon.ai, a fire.mov, sky.ai, and soundtrack wave file. Those four things you need. So let's click New Project. New Project. Oh, there we go. Let's click File, Save As, and I have a Lesson 5 folder, and we're going to name this one Lesson 05 underscore finished dot AEP, and then click Save. So now you see there's our name up there at the top. Next, we're going to import the footage we need, including the balloon composition. So double click an area in the project panel to open the import file, and go to your lesson 5 wherever you've got everything, those assets saved. And first we're going to, what are we importing first? The sky. And we're importing that as footage, and then click import. Oh, make sure this says merge layers, and then click OK. Double click again, select the balloon, import as. We want to make this a composition, retain, and layer styles, and then click import. Open the import dialog box again, select the fire, make sure footage is chosen, click import. Now we're going to create the composition and add the sky. Click new composition in the composition panel. We got to set it up. Name the composition. We're going to balloon scene. Choose HD TV 1080 25. So click here, and this one, HD TV 25. Make sure the square pixels is chosen right here. Make sure the width is 1920 by 1080. For resolution, change this to quarter. Set duration to 20 seconds. And then click OK. Drag the sky footage from the project panel into the timeline panel. So click sky and drag it down here. The balloon will float across the sky. The far right of the image contains the canvas wrap clouds that appear in the end of the scene. The wrap clouds shouldn't be visible earlier in the movie. In the composition panel, drag the sky layer so that its lower left corner is even with the lower left corner of the composition. So we have to click and drag this till you see the lower left corner, and we want to put it right there. We're now going to adjust some anchor points. The anchor point is the point around which transformations, such as scaling or rotation, are performed. By default, a layer's anchor point is at the center of the layer. We're going to change the anchor points for the character's arm and head so that you can better control the character's movements as he tugs on the cord to ignite the fire and as he looks up and down. So double click the balloon composition in the project panel to open in the composition panel and timeline panel. So double click right there and you see that opens it up. Let's zoom in using the magnification ratio pop-up menu at the bottom of the composition panel. So let's change that to like 50%. Oop. Move him up so we can see him. Alright, select the selection tool after you've moved him up so you can see him. Select the upper arm layer in the timeline panel, upper arm. Select the pan behind tool in the tools panel, which is this button right here, or you can, the shortcut is Y. With the pan behind tool, you can move the anchor point without moving the entire layer. So move the anchor point to the character's shoulder. So here's the anchor point for the upper arm. So move that up to the shoulder. Select the forearm layer. Move its anchor point to the elbow. So there's our anchor point. We're going to drag that down to the elbow. Select the head layer in the timeline panel. Move its anchor point to the character's neck. Select the selection tool. And now let's click File, Save. Save what we've done to this point.